Hello, welcome to another episode of Drinking with Comics. My name is Shawn.
And I'm Mike.
And okay, so we just finished our primary beer, which was the lump of coal. We're going to go to our auxiliary beer. Mike, what are you drinking as your auxiliary beer?
So my auxiliary beer today is from you. It's from Black Horse. It's their
Oh,
vanilla Tennessee ale. We've done it before on the show. I had
yeah,
one left.
right on. It's good
Figured,
beer.
I thought that'd be a good one to follow up with that dark stout.
Very good. Very good.
What are you drinking?
Old habits die hard. Sierra Nevada.
Sierra Nevada? Yeah.
This is what I love about doing this show. I have prejudices, not against people, but against comic book companies, comic book characters. And I recognize I'm not always right. I'm often wrong. And I like when people get me to read something and I'm like, holy fuck, was I wrong? Because often like, I don't know. I mean, like Long Halloween is one for years. People try to get me to read, and former member of Drinking with Comics, Chris Saunders, got me to read it back. And I don't care. It was fine. Forgot it.
That one,
Don't
the
care
art's
about it.
beautiful. Yeah.
Um, this is a book I bought while we were doing the last week's episode. We had I cut it out obviously, but like between books, you mentioned Lois Lane, Enemy of the People, and I jumped over to eBay and bought it for like $12. And I figured, yeah, if it blows, I'll read it and I'll just resell it or something. Dude, I ain't reselling this. This fucking book was so good. I read this 12 issues. I read this shit in like 2 fucking hours on Saturday. I could I started it and I was like, oh, it's 12 issues, fuck. And like I blinked and I had like 2 issues left. This Greg Rucka.
This, oh my God, right?
This is so
I
fucking good.
I was cleaning up the shelf. I was cleaning up the Superman section the other day, and I saw this, and I was like, "Oh crap! I forgot I wanted to read this." And I told my boss, like, "Hey, well, I'm thinking of it. Order me Lois Lane because I want to get a copy of it." It's like I can't. It's out of print. And I was like, "Well, I'm buying this one then." And I just like picked it up, started reading it, and I loved it. It's Greg Rucka. He's never steered me wrong with female
Nope.
characters. The instantly gravitated to the artwork because it's all like it's in Chicago of all places.
It is. I do. She stays at the Drake. Like I just, you had mentioned
She's
this. They eat at Kuma's Corner, which is a place that, like, I've never eaten at because it's after my time living there, but I know what it is, right? Like many
either
people I
meat, but
know.
yeah, she gets
Mike
pizza at
Perkins' art. Mike Perkins' art is fucking awesome.
yes.
This is a perfect double feature with like the first 12 issues of Alias, the original Marvel book from the 2001 that introduced Jessica Jones. Like
Hmm.
this is so that vibe, but like I just can't believe how good this was, man. It was so good.
Yeah, it's the arts. I enjoyed the Chicago stuff. I enjoyed the amount of Superman that was in it. It's
Which
such
is
he's
this
in it,
much.
but it's the perfect amount. Like he shows up.
That's
It's
it.
not, yeah, it's not, he's there, he's present, he's always there. You could tell she's always like, I know you hear me,
Right.
but like he's there just the right amount. He's letting her do her own thing,
He's there just to write him out. I love that. Like he
but
literally will
he is,
show up and she'll be like, "We got this." He'll be like, "Are you sure?"
yeah.
Yes. Okay. I love you. Bye.
And
Leave.
and literally like there's that scene where she gets shot at and he's there instantly. And she's like, oh my God, he's there. And she's like, you could just like the cops are there and it's like you could just ask him for his autograph. He'll give it to
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Like
But that scene's great because he shows, and it was great. He's Greg Ruck is such a good writer, and I'm on his wavelength. So Superman shows up and he like hangs out for the press, like he's just
yes.
there just long enough to be captured on film. And the idea, and so I don't know the events surrounding this, but apparently in a different book, whatever, at this time, Lois Lane, who's married to Clark Kent, was caught on camera kissing Superman. So the whole thing is like, oh, this hussy, this whore, you know, whatever. And so she's got like kind of bad press because of that. But he hangs out long enough to be caught on camera. And I'm thinking, because he's making a statement to whoever tried to kill her, you got to go through me, bitch. And she's totally like, you fucked up. Like, we're already fighting this fucking bad press from the kiss, and now you do that. She's like, I know why you did it. It was, oh God, it was so well written.
I liked his ideas. Like, yeah, I don't care if I have to come out, I'll come out. You know, like at
Yeah.
any point in time, which I think he kind of does in that time period when Bendis is writing Superman. He does come out.
Okay.
Because this was about 5 years ago, and I vaguely remember some of the stuff that was going on. And I remember when this came out, and I was kind of excited about it, but then the world happened,
Yeah.
and I just lost track of it. I'm glad DC didn't stop making this though, because there was a lot of books that got canceled that year because of the pandemic. I'm so grateful they kept this going. Obviously, they knew this was a good thing when it came out. I don't. I think it did okay, but clearly didn't do all that great if it's already out of print.
Uh, I got like, first of all, this cover does not do this justice because what this tells me, just at a glance, oh, so Lois Lane is Superman now because, you know, what's her name was Thor for a while. Mary Jane is Venom. Like, it's not against having the females be empowered, but it's like that would to me that's tired. Like, who fucking cares? I don't know.
Yeah, it's
But
not
that's
what
not
this
what this
book's
is.
about. No,
It's not what this book's about. This
this
book is
is
about her. So investigating, and it's Rucka is great. Like when Lazarus came back, he always has an afterword. He straight up said, like, if you voted for Trump, I'm not writing for you. Michael Lark is not drawing for you. Like, you're not welcome here. Leave. Like, he is very, very adamant about his political beliefs, and I respect the hell out of that. And this book is her, Lois Lane, investigating, like, basically, they never say Donald Trump's name,
no.
right? But it's clear. It's so clearly like whatever the president in the DC universe is at this time, it's clearly the same thing, right? And she's investigating what is it? It's like these like government contracts for people, for companies for
Pay to play, basically.
yeah,
Um,
I mean, it's the world we live in. It's totally shady bullshit. And then
it is.
her this character I don't know. I recognize the name. This the Russian reporter.
Yeah,
They're basically tell her like she committed suicide by jumping out this window, and she's like she didn't commit suicide. So it's
yeah,
her, and then she pays Renee. This is how we got on this when we covered Batman Green Arrow. The question you brought this up, Renee Montoya,
yes.
the
Who's
female
awesome,
question.
right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So she's paying her $500 a day to be like a bodyguard and whatever, and it's them basically working on this corruption case and then having a hit out on Lois because of it, and also trying to trying to prove that like the Russian government threw this other reporter in Russia out the window and killed her.
Along with the other book that she's writing, which you don't even realize till the end, where she's like, "Oh, I'm writing this book," and that's what she's been doing this whole time.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why she's in Chicago. She's actually writing a book, not the story. The story is just kind of like the back thing. Like when I got to the end of it, I was actually shocked how much that story wasn't affecting the. It was just there, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my God, her getting the proofreading going on from the editor, uh,
Oh, you
Chief
know,
Scott. It's just like you don't spell that way. And
what was there's a great one near the end where he's like, it's not union, but it's something like, you know, there's not two O's in union, right? It's not union, but
yeah,
it's like a word that would never nobody would ever mistake it for. And then I love that Clark is like, I know that you just do that. You know, like that was man. I fucking loved this book. I loved this book, Mike. Like I
yeah.
absolutely love this book. This is like one of the best $12 I've spent on a comic book I mean, 12 issues. It's $1 an issue. I'm not saying that was an eBay find. I'm not saying that's what you're going to find it for. If you're watching this, you might. Um,
Go for it. If you can find it cheap, get it. I mean, this is the best $12. Honestly, this is the best $30 you'll spend, which is
this
cover
is not
price. If your
like,
store has it, buy it. If
yeah.
you don't have it, I know we don't have it anymore because I bought the last ones. Sorry, everybody. But if you could find if you could find the single issues, if you find this in the wild, pick it up. It's so fucking good. And we were kind of glossing on it a few minutes ago about Donald Trump, but like the fact that this came out in 2019, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, before the pandemic, this was penned, and how much like obviously, the world, he didn't win the re-election. Now he's president again. And how much the shit she's talking about in this is so relevant today,
Oh,
even more
Ice.
so now.
The, the,
Ice.
the brilliant thing is, so the Kiss of Death character, who's awesome, comes after her and poses. So she's staying at the Lois Lane's staying at the Drake, and she's got this recurring maid, right? And then one day, this other woman comes in, and she's like, "Oh, where's Rosa or whatever her name is?" And she's like, "I don't know who that is." And it it turns out that the maid was done away with not by being killed, but like they just reported her as illegal to ICE, and they took her family. It's so fucked up. I mean, I'm laughing, but I'm laughing because I
It's
was like, this is 2019. I
yes.
mean,
This book is 5 to 6 years old, and it's still relevant today. Like,
well, unfortunately, that shit's been
oh,
happening longer than this last year. It's just this last year it reached a new
it's got
crescendo,
cranked
right?
up. Like
Yeah,
like you wouldn't. It wasn't that bad 3 years ago. It wasn't like ICE is like in Chicago now. Like ICE in Chicago now is like picking people off the streets, just like they did to her, basically.
yeah.
Like it doesn't take much.
Oh,
I mean, they're advertising on TV to snitch on people.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, this
or
is
just throwing it out there. I've never really been a fan of Spotify, but they're running ads, so there's a lot of bands pulling up stakes and leaving Spotify, and I say good
yeah,
because fuck that guy.
yeah.
Um,
But there's a couple other political things in here that's just like still relevant today. Not even the ICE thing. It was like the way they treated the press
yo, dude, they
is the
revoke.
same
She asks
way.
a question they don't like, and they revoke her privileges to go to the White
Yes.
House, and she even says like, since when can they when can they do that? Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of there was a couple other things too. This is like, wow, that just happened last week. And I feel like it wasn't this bad. It it kind of cracks me because it was bad when he was president the first time around, but then like I feel like Greg Rucka kind of cranked it up a little bit, like to
Yeah,
like prove a point.
yeah,
And the fact that now it's cranked down to current political standards, like I mean, he set this expectation of like this is what it could be like, guys, and now we're there, if not
yeah.
over.
I know. I'm telling you, we Lazarus, man. Oh my God. I'm just not. Oh, but
We'll
also
definitely do that in the future. Yeah.
there's like this whole sequence out of the blue where there's like a woman with like a fucking magic circle on the ground. I was like, wait, where? What? Leviathan, which I guess was probably a crossover, and it didn't mean what I thought it meant, but it was still cool.
There was a Leviathan event in Superman. I have no idea what it was. And the other great thing about his writing is I did not. So I never read Superman, especially when this was coming out. I knew some of the hits that, like, Clark Kent reveals himself, that Clark Kent had a kid, that the two of them had a kid. Um, the whole thing of the 52 Superman. Um, he died, the new 52 Superman, and the original Superman came back. So that's why him and Lois remember stuff. When she's like talking like, I remember there's two people in the world that remember this stuff. Those are the two
Oh,
people.
so that's the book she's writing, and that was. So here's like a warning to the curious. I'm recommending this, but that aspect of it, I was lost. I'm like, I know it has something to do with the 52 being merged or whatever the fuck. I like,
Yeah.
That's that
I
DC's shitty continuity where it's like, oh, it's just so capricious. Doesn't
this
matter.
does a this does a really good job of making that make sense, and the aspect that like we're some of you people aren't going to believe when she goes on
Yeah,
TV at the end, she's like, some of you people aren't going to believe this, that there's this thing where you feel like you've had a different life.
yeah,
You're not alone. That's a thing. Come here, we'll talk to you about it and all that stuff. Because all these girls that she gathers, all that she knew, had a different life, and they all remember.
right.
They remember the 52. They remember the pre 52. It's such a great, like, down to earth explanation of.
Shit that doesn't make sense because it's like too cosmic.
Yes, it reminds me of the one thing like that Watchmen TV show, which I'm not a fan of Watchmen at all, but I like the TV show that came out.
You're not a
But
fan
there
of
was that.
Watch? Oh, we've talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about it. But regardless, the thing I loved about the TV show was there was a help group for the survivors of the
Yeah,
octopus attack.
yeah. I love
And
the
it's like
TV
one of those
show.
things that, yeah. And I think it reminded me of that. Like, here's a help group to deal with multiversity.
Yeah,
Um, and for those people out there that kind of remember having a different life but don't, and it kind of haunts them a little bit, like, hey, I remember being president, but I'm not, or whatever.
right.
And some of these characters have shown up before. The witch girl, she was a member of Checkmate, which he wrote for a while, starring Sasha Bordeaux, who I was shocked was not in his book because that would have been kind of cool. Um, and I think the nun was also someone who passed away in the previous universe that they're hinting at. I had to look that up. Yeah, Greg Rucka
The
wrote it. He did the Sasha Bordeaux's his character he created. She's showing up on Peacemaker now, the TV show, the second season. She's in that. But she was Bruce Wayne's former bodyguard,
okay.
which is when Greg Rucka started writing Batman for the first time, like literally right after No Man's Land. Um, the Lucius Fox or Wayne Corp's like, Batman, Bruce Wayne, you get in a lot of trouble. We should give you a bodyguard. No, you have no say in the matter at all. You're getting a bodyguard. And because we know you're a ladies' man, we're gonna get you this cute girl as a bodyguard, but she's a badass.
Does
And
she wear
the whole
Crocs?
series is him like the whole series like, well, I gotta go be Batman, but my bodyguard is in the way. So, but they spun out that character. She's very much like a Jessica Jones character, much like Renee Montoya. Very interesting, well written character by Greg Rucka. The dude writes female characters really well.
He does because Lazarus is largely female, and it's so fucking good.
Most of
I
his stuff is.
That's Lois Lane, and fucking buy
Yeah,
it. It's awesome. It's so good. Ah, damn. Never thought I'd get that excited about a Lois Lane book. Seriously, fantastic. Thank you.
you're welcome. The world, you're welcome. That's
You're
all I gotta
welcome.
say. That's my review to this thing.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
It's a confident review, and I can stand behind it, man.
Yes.
I can stand behind it. Yeah. Um, you win me over on a Superman related book, it's good. So this is Drinking with Comics. My name is Shawn,
I'm Mike.
and we'll be back soon with more buffoonery.